Hey guys, and welcome. This is just a quick intro asking that if you enjoy the content, please like, subscribe, and all that good shit that creators are supposed to ask people who are watching to do, right? So if you guys enjoy the content, please do both of those things and enjoy. Thank you. The second one, which is I think even more bigger, is Islam Makhachev versus Beneil Dariush. I was actually talking to my friend a couple days before this matchup got made, and he was like, and I was like, who do you think Islam should fight? And he made the argument for Michael Chandler. But I think if you look at the landscape of 155 pounds, right, Islam Makhachev is not quite ready for a title shot yet. We haven't seen him in a main event, so this matchup solves that, right? And also, people are forgetting what a tear Beneil Dariush is on right now, right? I think he's won 5 or 6 in a row. During that, it might be, I can't remember. It's like between 5 and 7 wins in a row somewhere. I guess I could just pull it up, huh? But in that win streak that he's on, he's defeated the likes of Drew Dober, right? Tony Ferguson, and Diego Ferreira, who I think he kind of fell off a little bit, but when he was coming up through it, man, Diego Ferreira was looking dangerous. Like he might be a real title contender, right? So here, I think it's 2, 4, 6, 7 fight win streak, right? For Beneil Dariush right now. His last loss was to Alexander Hernandez, and that's when Alexander Hernandez came out and kind of, faked the glove touch and started laying into him, right? So a little bit of, I don't know. Regardless, the guy is 21-4, a black belt in jiu-jitsu, and he's going to present real problems for Islam Makhachev. And I think that if Makhachev can get through him, you got to give him the title shot next, right? Because again, let's look at the landscape at 155. I think the fight for Michael Chandler right now that makes the most sense is Conor McGregor. McGregor's lost 3 of his last 4 fights, obviously coming off injury. And Michael Chandler's been in 2 wars in his last 2 fights and lost them both, right? The first one to Oliveira and this most recent one to Gaethje. That's a tough fight on you, so it makes sense to take some time off, maybe fight again towards the middle or even end of the year. Because it's not like you have to take any fights if you think you're gonna really get the Conor matchup. And I think that's the fight that makes the most sense. Both those guys, like I said, kind of struggling with losses recently. They're both gonna sell massive pay-per-views. They're probably gonna headline. They're both gonna do good numbers. Obviously, I mean, it's Conor fucking McGregor, right? And it's just an interesting clash of styles. They're both explosive. They both like to stand. Michael Chandler has the wrestling expertise, though, to possibly get this fight to the ground and cause problems for Conor. So a lot of different dynamics at play in that matchup that I think make that fight make a lot of sense, right? Justin Gaethje fighting Islam Makhachev doesn't make any sense because I think Gaethje has done enough to earn the title shot. And this matchup between Beneil Dariush and Islam Makhachev all but guarantees that the winner of Dariush Makhachev is going to get the next title shot, right? So you got Oliveira and Poirier fighting for the belt next weekend. Gaethje's going to get the winner of that. And then the winner of Beneil Dariush and Islam Makhachev probably fights the winner of that, right? So, a lot going on at 155 pounds, but I think this is the best matchup that they could have made right now. So, we're going to get a real look at whether Islam Makhachev... We know he's for real. There's no doubt about that. He did what he did to Dan Hooker. You know he's fucking for real. The question is he ready to fight these top-flight guys in the division? And I think he is, but Beneil Dariush is going to... That's not an easy fight, right? To kind of crack into this top 5. First main event spot for Islam Makhachev. Big deal. It's a big matchup.